Welcome to Fearless and Focused. I'm Brooke,
And I'm Casey,
and we're here to share bold stories, real talk.
and strategies to help you push past fear and level up.
Let's get fearless and focused. Hey, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Fearless and Focus. And today, Casey and I are so excited about this episode because it's mid year and we're talking about, stress and burnout because, mid year, like you've been running hard for 6 months. So, how are we going to keep that momentum, keep that energy up without burning out for the rest of the year? So, this is a short 10-15 minute just talking through like, what signs, look like for us, what signs, may be there for you, and a couple of tools just to help you get through some of that. And so you can be a better balanced self and not so stressed out and burnt out. So, Casey, let's start with you. What are your telltale signs that you are burnout? Because you do so much, you have so much going on, and you always seem so cool, calm, collective. Unlike me, I'm totally the opposite. I'm wired all the time. So, what is your telltale sign that you are, burning out or that you're just stressed out?
Well, thankfully, I do have a little bit of a calm personality, thank heavens. So that works, on my side. But these are some insights. And first of all, I'm so glad that we're talking about this. I don't think that enough of us busy entrepreneurs talk about this. Like we think that if we just have to be on 24/7 every single month of the entire year, not phase out, not have any bad days, all that kind of stuff. So I love that we're bringing some awareness to it. But these are some of my sites. First of all, my lack of creativity. Like I'm always like
Mm,
that's what keeps me going is I'm a creative being. That's what, fuels me. So when I'm starting to where it's like I don't feel creative and I feel stuck and just kind of heavy and lack of energy, that's when I know like, okay, you need to disconnect. And which is the worst. I think that a lot of times when I was younger, I would just try to push through that, and just pile more on and pile more on and think that was the answer of getting through the overwhelm is adding more, which is so reverse psychology. It's crazy that we think that way. But that's one of my definite signs is when I'm feeling a little bit like lower key, not so positive, not creative, and just feeling heavy.
yeah. I've never seen you not seem happy. You always seem so happy. And I know that you do a lot of really good things for yourself too. And we're going to kind of get into that, like ways that you're able to manage that. And I love that. And I'm trying to soak all of that in. But for me, my telltale signs, because I'm calm, but I'm energetic. I don't really know how to explain that. Like I'm go gadget, so I'm always like on this kind of like high. But my tail sign is when I am just drained and done. I run 1,000 miles an hour and I hit a wall, and then I'm like can't make another decision. Don't like just feed me food. I don't even want to figure out what's for dinner. Like I just want to go hibernate. I'm a very like extrovert type of person. I'm like your yes man. And when I'm in that burnout where I'm like, yeah, no, I can't. If I say no to a trip or going to a girls' night, like I am done. Like, and I know that I need to rest. And I will get sick every time. I swear that's one of those things. Last year, that we had 3 conferences back to back. I mean, back to back. And I was traveling across the United States. And I came home and I was sick as a dog. My body was like, "Girl, if you're not gonna stop, Imma stop you." And I know that that's my telltale. I'll still start to feel myself, like, lowering my immune system, feeling bad, heavy, tired, sinus, some type of sickness. So, I know that, like, man, you pushed yourself too far. You've done it again. You burn out. So, now we've gotta reset and get healthy again.
Yeah, and I think that you nailed that is that a lot of times if we ignore those signs and we keep just pushing through, like our body will tell us. Like our body will be like, okay, you're not going to shut down. I will shut down for you then. You're going to be in bed for the next few days. I remember it
Yep.
when you got so sick after doing that.
I know, and what's crazy about it is that I I'm less this way now because I'm learning to get better. I'm like, I know I have a problem, it's me, but I know that, it is okay to not be on all of the time,
Mhm.
right? And I know that it is okay, like, to you don't have to be busy, and so that's helping, but man, it's something I deal with a lot for sure. So,
Yeah, I think
anyway.
I think that you're so normal, like all of us, like, especially when we're these high achievers and we think that like busy is the status that means that we're successful and we're getting somewhere. And so yeah, I'm so glad that we're talking about this.
Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about some tools since
Yes.
we're getting better, we're working on ourselves so that we don't get so burnout. What are some tools that you do or like 10 minutes a day, even
Mhm.
just doing something mindfulness? Like tell me what you got in your bag.
Yeah, one of the things, the easiest thing that I do is because I usually have to do this. Like I've got to where it is a daily thing, and it's usually around like 3, 4 o'clock. I jump on YouTube and just whatever I type in guided meditation. So it's either guided meditation for feeling stressed and overwhelmed, or guided meditation for needing to let go of something, or guided meditation for a reset. And I only do a 10 minute because I don't want to do like a whole long thing to where I'm falling asleep, but I just find like a 10-minute something on YouTube and the algorithms, once you start doing that, then they pop right up.
Yeah.
But that's my quick instant go-to. It's just sitting down for a minute, jumping on YouTube and just listening to that guided meditation. And I only need 10 minutes and then I'm just boosted right back to where I need to be.
Yeah, I'm huge in meditation too. I used to think, I mean, that's just closing your eyes and taking like a little brain nap. But yeah, it kind of is. It like lets your mind kind of reset and it's just not so busy and full of things. And so I love meditation. You do yours on YouTube. I do mine from the Peloton app. They have a whole section on meditation, which I love. And then I also have an insight timer on my phone that's just like calm sounds, someone talking, like depending on what I need, like talk yourself down or talk yourself up, all of those things. And then you can set like 2, 5, 10 minute timers, whatever you need. But it doesn't take a lot, but it does take self-reflection and checking in with yourself on, on your boundaries, on what you need to do more of or less of. Right. So those are some tools that I use. Also, getting outside and, just being in nature, getting grounded. I will take my shoes off. I've been hearing all this crazy stuff about grounding lately too. Like, I'm like, "It's just come out of nowhere, or is it just in my algorithm?" But, they have grounding sheets and all of that, but I'm not there yet, but I'm thinking about purchasing them. But I'll go outside and just literally put my feet in the grass and just breathe in and just be in nature and just be, because I think it's just we don't do enough of just being, and so that's kind of my reset to help me, like, breathe deep, take it in, and try to move past whatever it is, and or give me the courage to say no, or set that boundary. So those are the things I really
Yeah.
try to work
And
on.
I absolutely love that too. Like, there's nothing better, like, kinda a good sunny day to where you're just standing in the grass and then just soaking up that vitamin D, just getting that, boost of that vitamin D while you're being grounded. It's almost like amplifies it. And yeah, like you said, a lot of times it doesn't take much. It's just us doing that little 5 to 10-minute thing, pushing ourselves to do that. And then it's like, yeah, it's crazy what that can do for your entire day when we stop to do it.
Yeah, and then sometimes you need someone to tell you to slow down, right? Like, you're kinda my sounding board in some of those things, and you're like, "Girl, you're doing a lot," right? And I know you have a person, you have Holly, like, she's a life coach, she's amazing, she was on the podcast, you should listen to her episode. It's great about intuition and boundaries and things like that, but sometimes you need a person, if you can't do it yourself, like me, I'm a yes man, like, sometimes you need that person that's gonna be like, "Well, let's talk about it. Is this serving you?" What can you take off your plate? What can you delegate? Those things. And, Talkspace, that's an online kind of counseling. If you need help with that, I know a lot of business owners that get very overwhelmed, and that's an easy jump online and talk to someone. I know a ton of agents that use that and use that with their team members too, to kind of give them some stress relief and talk through some ways that they can manage all those things.
Yeah, yeah, that's a great tool. And let's just talk about Chat GPT. Like we use it for everything. But you know what I've been doing is because, I'm huge on affirmations. Like, I love starting my day with some affirmations. And so
Yes.
now that chat knows me so well, that's where I'm going for my daily affirmations. So it's like, what are 3 daily affirmations that I can use for this week? So that's a great space to go to for just asking like what you need, like affirmations or even guided meditation tools. They'll give you some scripts. You can kind of just look through those. Before this podcast, I looked up like what are some ways to help us like, decompress from overwhelm. And I wanted to read this one because I believe that it's so important and it kind of piggybacks off of Holly because she's so into energy. But how important it is, especially when you're feeling stressed and overwhelmed, to protect your energy because that's like our highest frequency. So let me just
Mm.
read this. It says, you need to say more, no more often, guard your calendar, mute notifications, and unfollow energy drainers. Your energy is your most valuable currency as a leader. And it really is. Like, think about our energy. Like, we're always pouring into like our team and other leaders. And, when we have events and everything, like, we're pouring in. And so our energy is our highest currency that we need to protect on a hour, minute by minute basis. And I just love that
I
little
need you to screenshot that and send it to me because I feel like I need to laminate that. It really does, like, hit all of those things and all of those triggers, right? Because notifications, like, I have my phones, right? I got my 2 phones, and they're sitting here buzzing, right? Use do not disturb button more. You know, People in your life that are draining you, that are sucking your joy, that one's huge. That causes me a ton of stress, and I have issues with boundaries with people like that, and I'm working hard to, stay with my spend my time with like-minded people and not the energy drainers and energy suckers. So all of that, so true. And then scheduling in self-care. I think that's big,
Yep, yep,
right?
yep, absolutely. And that should be one of your this was another good one that it said on there is starting your day with your non-negotiables. So defining
Mm,
what your non-negotiables are gonna be for the day, and that one piece could be, "I'm gonna do some self-care today. I'm gonna do 15-minute walk, 30-minute something. I'm gonna go do the massage. I'm gonna put it on the calendar," whatever that is. So that could be one of your daily non-negotiables, but really determining taking some time in the morning to determine what those are gonna be for the day, and then, maybe it's the same thing next day or you're changing it up or whatever, but just taking some time to bring some awareness to that. I think that that's huge. I'm gonna start practicing that.
I love that so much. And delegation. I think
Yeah.
delegation is huge. And not just in business, but in your regular life too. I mean, in business, obviously, like, you can try and do it all for a while and you're going to burn out real fast. Like me, I did that. I mean, I can talk about these things because I'm a pro at burning out and trying to find ways to get better. But I have less burnout at work and I can put more time and energy into things like this, the podcast, things that I love, because I have amazing people that I trust to help me do the work, to help me with the load. And I think so many people, feel like they have to do it all. They have to be, at the steering wheel at all times. And if they walk away at all, it's all going to burn down. And that's just so not true. Like, you have a team of capable people. You just need to empower them so that you can, empower them and teach them so that you can walk away, right?
Yeah, exactly. And don't you feel like the part of empowering them is trusting them to do what they're supposed to do and giving them space to do that? Because a lot of
Yes.
times we try to it's almost like we stop their growth because we hang on too tight instead of letting them go be empowered and do what they're, meant to do and totally capable of. We're just kind of stopping that. So yeah,
Yeah.
all of those things that we hope that this episode, like you said, we're going to keep it short, but we hope this is just a reminder to stop and kind of check in with yourself, especially mid year. And if you're feeling a little stressed out and burnt out, there's nothing wrong with you. It's totally normal. But maybe this episode will give you a few tools of things that you can do to help push through and get through and have a
Yeah.
really successful second half of the year.
Absolutely. Just remember, show yourself grace, right? Delegate, show yourself grace, get out in nature, buy back your time, even in regular life, right? Don't clean your house, have somebody clean your house. Don't want to cook, do order HelloFresh. Like those things are okay. So use the tools and the resources that are out there for you and, and feel like, it's going to be okay. The world's not going to burn down if you step away for a few minutes because you're going to come back recharged and reset and better than ever. But you've got to fill your cup before you fill others.
Yeah, so true. And the most important thing is reach out for help. Like lean
Yes.
on your support system. DM us. If you're feeling like it's just really heavy and overwhelmed and you don't see any light, it's okay to reach out and ask for help. I think that women just deprive themselves of that so much. So we're always here. We're just a DM or a text away. So reach out to us or someone in your circle and ask for that help and then receive
1,000%.
it.
Yeah. I mean, that's what we do. That's why we're here. That's why we are doing this podcast. So nothing would make us happier than getting a DM of someone saying, "Hey, I love what you said about so and so. Can you tell me more?" Or like, "Hey, can we just talk because I'm feeling really overwhelmed." Like, that's what we're here for. Yes, we would love it. So reach out to us. We're here for you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you for joining us today. And we're excited for our new episodes coming up. We have a whole lineup of new
Mm,
guests, and
so
we're
excited.
leading up to can we mention our retreat?
Yes.
We're
Yes.
leading up to the retreat. So we'll have some different teasers and things coming up about what's going to be happening there. And I'm super excited for the second half of the year.
Me too. All right. Thanks, everybody. Keep being fearless. Thanks for tuning in to Fearless and Focused. Remember, success is not about being perfect, it's about showing up, staying bold, and taking action.
If you love this episode, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who could use a little inspiration.
Keep chasing your dreams, staying fearless, and keeping your focus strong.
Until the next time, stay
Fearless and focused.